I want to come to you at this time. There is a reason why I'm coming to you, and I'm talking to you. And you. um, Let me introduce myself a little bit, give you a snapshot of who I am. I was raised in Africa, born in Africa. I stayed there for about 20 plus years. Then migrated to the United States as a young man. Didn't have parents around, and I found myself with several struggles of life, where I couldn't. Sometimes it was so difficult for me to figure out what I could do because my parents were not around, my brothers and sisters were not around. Although I had friends, but they were not around. So I was left with one thing in mind: what I had to do in order to succeed in a foreign country. As you can tell, there were so many odds against me. Probably messages in my head were telling me that you are not going to make it. It is too rough. There is no way you are going to make it. And those messages, those negative messages, they can be overwhelming. But deep down in my mind, I knew that I was not going to fail. I was going to succeed in one way or the other. So there I was in a foreign country, no parents around, no brothers and sisters around to give me that support that I may have needed from a family. But there were a few friends. Some were very helpful. Some were sending messages that you are not going to succeed, young man. But I had that determination and that commitment that I was going to become somebody. I was going to become somebody one day. And so, as I struggled through the lives and in a state that was not unfamiliar to me, I moved from that state from the north to the south, and then found myself in North Carolina. One thing was in my mind, that I was going to succeed one day. But life does not warn you. Things come when you do not expect them. I lost my dad, and there I was in the country, was a student. I couldn't get out of the country because of the status at that time. And so I had to miss the body of my dad. That one itself was trauma. It was not easy to go through it. It was nerve-wracking. I thought my world had come to a standstill. I couldn't do anything that was meaningful at that time. So all I did was to hide from my friends, stayed in the apartment where I was staying by myself. The only friends that I had at that time were my books. The only job I could do at that time was drive a taxi to make money. But I remember so many times when I turned those trips, I did not want to go for the trips. I was losing money, but I was determined to make it. So my books were my friends. I even I had even to memorize because my brain, deep down in my brain, was telling me if you don't do it, you don't pass. But I continued to work hard because I had a purpose. There was one purpose and there was one goal that I wanted to achieve. The dream, or what I had told my father, who had now passed away, that once I get to the States, I'll go all the way to the top. So that message was still in my mind. But here I was now down. He had gone because I wanted to um, get to that goal and get to report to him that look what dad, this is what I've done. But now I was nowhere. He had left. But I did not give up. I was determined. I was committed. I did not want to give up. For I knew if I had made a mistake of giving up, I was not going to make it. I was not going to succeed. So I kept on struggling. My eyes were fixed on that goal, the goal of getting there. And the getting there was getting those certificates, those degrees. I was determined. At the expense of losing money, at the expense of sometimes I felt like I lost a lot of friends. But how did I deal with my anger inside? My could be classified as depression or anxieties because my dad had passed, because me and him were very close. One thing that kept me going was prayer. I prayed. I meditated. I sat. I took those moments when I could sit and try to look at the bright side of life. It wanted to bring me down, although sometimes I lost sleep. I had to learn ways to sleep without medication, of course. Many times I had to say, stop it. There are many times when I knelt just beside my bed. I knelt down, and sometimes I was in tears. I was depressed. But I kept my head high. I said I was not going to allow those feelings to bring me down. My eyes were set on that goal that I had in mind, that I had to succeed. And so you can do it, my friend. You can do it. You can do it. You have, I'm sure you have many dreams, just like I had those dreams of succeeding. The dreams without goals, they will not take you anywhere. You have to have a goal and stay focused. You can get there. I have seen it. I have tested it, and I'm still going. You're more powerful than you think you are, if you didn't know. You have so much power within yourself, and you can get there. That power within you will carry you through storms, through trials, through sad moments, through happy times. The power which is within you. You didn't know? You have a lot of power in you. And that power always, that deep voice within you, say, I can succeed. I will succeed. I'll not be stopped. I will continue going. So it is best get it the way you respond. I responded positively when my dad died. I said I was not going to allow those feelings to bring me down forever. I had to move on. Probably my dad, wherever he was, whether in the atmosphere, west, whatever, was just probably that's what he wanted me to do. He said, my son, you have to keep going. That inner voice that every single one of us have. You have it. That inner voice telling you, don't hurt yourself. Don't stay down forever. Don't lose sleep forever. It's okay to cry and lose that sleep sometimes, but don't stay there forever. Believe you can, and you are halfway there. Believe you can, and you are halfway there. I really believe that. You can do it, and you can get there. I really believe that. You can. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Be optimistic. Know that tomorrow, today, what you are experiencing today is not going to be there tomorrow the same way you are facing it now. That optimism leads you to greater heights. Yes, I said that optimism, believing that you would overcome challenges of life, you will find yourself getting there. I really believe that. I really believe that. It does not matter who you are, where you come from. I came from Africa to the United States, to a foreign country, faced with the death of my dad. I am by myself, no one paying for my tuition, no one doing anything. I had to work sometimes 2-3 jobs and still going to school after I stopped driving a taxi. But I still continued because I had a dream. I had that was the purpose. What was the purpose? What was my purpose in life? To succeed. And so you can. I really believe you can. If a young boy like me from the continent of Africa could come and succeed in a foreign country, so I believe you can do it, as many have done. Of course, you are going to have challenges, but you have to figure it out quickly how to navigate through those problems. And guess where that power comes from? From you, right there within you, right in your mind, within you. We can help you, we can coach you, you can have friends who are encouraging success, who are encouraging you to continue pushing on. But ultimately, it boils down to you, the decision you make and how you respond to those messages. That's what makes the difference between those who succeed and those who give up in life. Do not give up, my friends. Don't give up. And finally, I'll leave you with one thing, because I know your time is very valuable, but I'm going to leave you with one quote here. Direct your thoughts and emotions into a more positive, motivated, and centered headspace once again. I repeat. Direct your thoughts and emotions into a more positive, motivated, centered headspace once again. And I know you can do that. It sounds like I'm telling you that there are no issues, there are not mountains that you have to climb, there are no valleys. That is not my message. My message is to say, you have that power within you, and that power which is within you helps you to make those decisions, how you respond to all that comes from the outside. And always you'll see them coming, hitting your head. You're thinking, you're seeing through your eyes. But over time, if you respond the right way, you would always be able to succeed. You'll always be able to succeed. Why? Because we need you. I learned this from one of my great teachers. The simple message that we need you. You are needed. Some of your family members will grow old, but you are still there. You are needed in different ways. As a scientist, as a pilot, as a medical doctor, as a registered nurse, as a respiratory therapist, as a plumber, as an engineer. We need you. We really need you. So we can't afford losing you. And you know you have the power to succeed. It's a skill that once you concentrate on that I know I can do it. And block all these negative messages that are telling you that you cannot, get them away from you. And say in forceful terms, yes, I can become the Mandela of the future. I can become the Obama of the future. And I can become of the great leaders that you have seen. You can do this. So my friends, think about this. Don't give up. You can succeed. And thank you so much. I have no doubts that all these greatness, all these parts in life that you are going after, they'll come to fruition. Thank you. Thank you. And you can do it. Thank you. Thank you. Take a deep breath. Yes, my friend, you can do it. Crying sometimes, it cleanses your soul. Man or woman, you feel to that point, you feel that you have to shed tears. It's okay. I have been there. I've shed my tears. So to your friends, you see them smiling, you see them doing all sorts of things, but they have been there and they have held their heads high and they have become successful. And I believe you can succeed. Those of you who are Christians, you can have a beautiful life and you can get to that final destination. Be blessed. Thanks.